So once again, we're back at it again talking about Crash Bandicoot. But this time, we are taking things one step further. I've talked about how much love I have for Crash Team Racing and its racetracks, and I even have discussed the remake, Nitro Kart racetracks too. Both of these videos will be linked in the description box below. But now it's time to get back on the wheel and turbocharge straight into my top 10 Crash Nitro Kart racetracks. It's no secret I have a love-hate relationship with Nitro Kart, but if there is one thing I can look over and appreciate for what the game offers is the racetrack designs. There's a total of 13 tracks in Nitro Kart, but I only need to talk about 10. So this list will be focused on the theme of the race, the track layout, and just the amount of replayability that track will offer. But before I start though, I just want to say, in case some people start requesting this, no. I'm not doing a top 10 Crash Tag Team Racing racetracks. I'm not doing it. Nope. Absolutely not in my top priority for making content. Oh, who am I kidding? I'm probably gonna make that video one way or another. So, with that said, let's begin. Number 10. We begin things off with Jungle Boogie, a track located in the ruins of a jungle. It's quite obvious that. It's a very simple and basic track that features 0 sharp turns or dangerous hazards to avoid. It's a very nice track to get used to the feel of how the game is presented to you, and while Jungle Boogie isn't too special, it does feature a nice shortcut you can pull off. And with the right amount of speed, boosting, and jumping, you can easily pull it off. It's like I'm walking on the tightrope. I do like this racetrack. Not the best I've witnessed, but it's a good way to get yourself learning the controls and learning how to boost. Number 9. Next we have is Electron Avenue. The loading screen has Oxide about to be taken out by these rockets, and Oxide is just sitting there like, come on, seriously? It's the final racetrack before you take on Velo, and this track really sets the tone of what it represents. A futuristic design with flying cars in the background, tall skyscrapers to look at, and a track design taking place up in the air, providing that you have learned how to drift well in the game, because this track will test your skills on that. There are a couple of decent things to look out for, like the giant drop at the start of the race, then transitioning to the tunnel to pick up a massive chunk of speed, and the electric fences to watch out for. While the overall race itself isn't my personal favorite, what makes this one stand out is its themes. I enjoy futuristic stuff, and Crash Nitro Kart offers a nice track design. Although that face does terrify me. Number 8. Tiny Temple has a lot to bring to the table. Ancient architectures surrounding the area, statues of Tiny now in place, and fire-breathing torches that can light up and burn vehicles, depending on who broke the box to flip the switch. This race also features a loop, and this is the first time that an anti-gravity system is being brought over to the Crash Bandicoot series, a feature that's a hit or miss. And then towards the end, you have a boost ramp to jump over and pass the finish line as you land. And in my opinion, it's honestly pretty satisfying to perform that jump every time. I enjoy Tiny Temple. Nice amount of hazards, not too challenging, but can screw you over if you're not careful. Number 7. Here's another futuristic racetrack in Android Alley. You know, the one where Hogwarts Express is arriving. This track has a bit of everything from sharp turns, enemies to avoid, nice shortcuts to perform. This is an all-in-one type of race. But what makes Android Alley stand out is of course the train coming at you, so you have to avoid it at any cost every time you see it. I like Android Alley. It's tough, but not too difficult, the layout is good, and successfully avoiding hazards can be rewarding for yourself. Just try not to get flattened like a pancake. Number 6. Barren Ruins is up next, and if this was my younger version of myself making this video, this track would have made the number 1 spot. And I reckon the reason being is due to how many layers this racetrack has to offer. There's a big boulder, and when activating it, you can send that boulder rolling to squash its enemies. There's also these mechanical robots that move very slowly from left to right, but one would have to be careful when drifting around them. But what I really like about Barren Ruins is the shortcut near the end of the race. It's almost like a make or break with this one, as it can determine if you'll end up winning the race in the last second. And it is cool to perform this trick. Oh, fuck off, I had that. I like this racetrack, mainly due to the look and design of it, and plus, the music is pretty good as well. Number 5. Number 5 is the 13th and final track in Nitro Kart. This is Hyper Spaceway. Also, it's the longest track in the game and a racetrack you partake in when challenging Velo to beat Adventure Mode. What's interesting here is that there's no map marker when you're racing in Hyper Spaceway, so you only have your eyesights to guide you through this maze of a track. You go through teleports to different areas, and each one will be just as tough as the previous one. And even though you see Velo's derpy Stan Smith's giant chin face, but Hyper Spaceway does exactly what it needs to accomplish. You race through each area and try your best to win after learning everything you have experienced throughout Adventure Mode. And really, the end result really becomes satisfying when you finally defeat Velo and beat the game. Number 4. Up next is Assembly Lane. This one has a nice couple of shortcuts and features some nice hazards to watch out for. But what's really cool about this track is this race really reminds me of set pieces within Tiny Area with the mud to avoid and the bumps to jump over, and Engine Labs with the electronic atmosphere and the sharp turns to drive around in. I feel like they blend very well together. Not only you have to watch out for the pistons that can smash you down, but also the magnetic device that can suck up races for a short time. Now that's what I call hanging around. This is a really good track in my opinion. It really tested my skills out back in the day, and this race helped me learn how to drift properly back at the time. And for that, I do have to give credit where credit is due. Number 3. Here is Deep Sea Driving, an underwater racetrack filled with tubes, fans, and of course, I had to play as Crunch, who has that bloody Mr. T vibes.
You sure taking a sweet time.
I'm starting to get real terrible flashbacks again, but ignoring that, I love Deep Sea Driving, mainly because of the amount of speed you can obtain throughout the race. I mean, it's just super addictive and amazing to pull off when you get that speed and watch as you witness how far you are against your opponents. And then lose all that progress thanks to rotating fans, such fun. But what makes this track interesting is the fact that you can easily get hit multiple times in a lap, and you can lose a fair bit of Wumpa Fruit. But realistically, it's always a pleasure to select Deep Sea Driving, and I always get excited every time I rev my engine ready to go. Number 2. Here we have is Out of Time. In the loading screen, you have Dingodile shutting his eyes because he doesn't want to see N-Trans making a scene. But man, this race is honestly great. Filled with a shortcut to pull off that it becomes so rewarding, then there's these worm creatures to avoid so you don't get eaten, and there's a little windmill too. Hooray for windmills! But the best part about Out of Time is the massive clock face in the middle of the race. And you can drive on it, and that to me is the best part about Crash Nitro Kart, not gonna lie. And it also makes the best use of the anti-gravity system as well. There's really not much negative to say about this racetrack, as it's just great overall to partake in. But, despite that, we do have one more racetrack to talk about. And no, it's not Thunderstruck with its stupid green clouds, the stupid rain, and the stupid loops with the rolling spikes, and... you know what? Let's just get to number 1, shall we? Number 1. Number 1 is Clockwork Wumpa. Get it? Because it's Wumpa instead of Clockwork Orange? Forget it. This race has everything you want and desire out of a Crash Bandicoot racetrack. Let's go from start to finish. You begin the race scaling up and trying to avoid the moving gears. You then reach 2 possible pathways, one featuring tight turns while the other sees you jumping onto the gears themselves, hoping that you don't fall off. You can then activate a door trap to send enemies falling down. A smart one like me opens the door trap and falls into that set one. You then reach another 2 pathways. You can continue the pathways present, or you can jump onto the floating platforms and try to take the lead. And then you have the leap of faith in the giant drop as you work your way towards the finish line. This is my favorite racetrack in Crash Nitro Kart because of how much environment this racetrack offers and how rewarding it is to win the race in first place. It's always such a blast playing this racetrack, and I always love to replay it time after time. Wait, I wasn't trying to make a pun this time, I swear. And that was my top 10 Crash Nitro Kart racetracks. Let me know in the comments on what your favorite racetrack is as CNK. And until then, that's going to wrap up this video. I thank you all so much for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, then make sure to leave a like, share the video, and subscribe to the channel if you are new. My name is Justin Hurst, telling you to keep calm and keep playing video games.